Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading for the 4th and the 5th of January of 2020, of course. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started in a few minutes, as always, but if you're coming to this video not live, go down below. All the timestamps are below this video. Cynthia, hello. Sal, hello. Dawn, welcome. Dad, hello. And everybody else. Val, hello. And who am I missing? Lindy, hello. Everybody, welcome. We are going to get started, like I said, in a few minutes. Until then, I'm just going to answer some questions. And so let's see what we have going on for everybody. Brittany X, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I get into CSU's MBA? Yes, I would say yes. King of Pentacles would definitely be a yes. So, yes, for sure. Ninja, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Any good news next week for work? 5 of Wands, competition, 10 of Wands. I'd say maybe not, like, this isn't terrible, but it's not necessarily good news either. So, it's just, like, more like no news is what I would say to you. So, I feel like that's what I feel like saying is just no news, if I'm being honest with you. Val A, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I know that you're not a doctor. Good. And I won't take this as medical advice. Can I have a card on health? Yeah, you have the High Priestess and the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, like, is a card of being curious about your health. The High Priestess has more action about your health. So, you know, this could represent taking more action to correct your health. That could be, like, changing your diet, going to a doctor. Could be starting an exercise routine, pretty much anything. The Page of Swords is a good card because it just says if you follow your curiosity, you will be successful, Val, is what I'd say to you. But High Priestess, both these cards kind of represent mysteries, or like if there are problems with your health, not understanding what the problems are. And again, the solution is the Page of Swords, needing to dig deeper, needing to be kind of like a detective to figure out, what the potential problems could be, basically, if that makes sense. Jennifer, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say marriage proposal in 2020. I would say no, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, to me, the cards can't say yes or no on a question like this because, of course, you could always do things to make it happen. But I would say no, based off of these cards. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cap Weekly today was intense. Thank you. But intense. You talked about your own life. It made the message super clear. Thank you. You say, can I get a few cards? Yes. You have the 9 of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles. Good news about money, as always. Like I always say, Page of Pentacles to me, definitely anxiety about money. Page of Pentacles, I always say, is the weird card in the deck. It represents like anxieties or fears about money or not being clear about your financial situation, but also represents good news about money. 9 of Pentacles, new money coming in. 6 of Wands, success, good news about good news coming in. So I feel like there's like some sort of good news or victory coming in for you here, JC. As always, love it. For sure, yeah, I feel like you just have to be patient, but I feel like there's good stuff coming in. Rajni, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Want to know my coming work week and love week, please. Will there be drama at work, and if yes, will impact my love life? I'd say no. I feel like you're very attractive at this time, so I feel like there could be love coming in for you here, Rajni, with the Empress card. Yeah, I feel like you need to date. So to me, the World card is card of dating, so I'd get out there and date. For work, you have the Page of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. Could be love coming in through work. So I'd say this is good news about work, not bad news, basically. So I feel like there could be communication about love coming in through work, but it would be positive. This is also just very good for work in general. Just says things are very stable for you. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Is he intentionally blocking my love life? I would say no, Cynthia. Nobody can intentionally block us from anything, especially if we don't allow them to do it in the first place. But I would say no. 8 of Swords says you're keeping yourself restricted. 9 of Cups says there is fulfillment coming in for you. 6 of Pentacles, just putting in the work. So I would say no, is what I would say there. Like I said, nobody can block us from anything. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, spoke to Perry yesterday about potentially not going any further together due to my health issues currently. Is he sad about that? Nine of Wands, I would say, I feel like he doesn't want to give up. I don't think he's sad, but I don't think he necessarily would want to give up on this situation, is what I'd say to you. Nine of Wands, still passion there. And the Nine of Wands is like not wanting to give up on a situation. Yeah, I feel like he still wants to invest in this situation. So I would say, I don't think he's sad, but I definitely feel like he doesn't want to give up, if that makes sense. So that's what I would say to you there. Yeah. I mean, I think he'll be fine, but I don't think he necessarily wants to give up on the situation. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. A few career cards, please. Waiting to hear about some projects. Seven of Cups, needing to focus. I feel like you had this card the other night, Brandy. Actually, maybe that wasn't you. I don't think that was you, actually. But the Seven of Cups, needing to focus on one thing at a time. The Two of Cups, or the Lovers, is a card of a perfect match for you. Queen of Cups, yeah, this is you picking your cup. So never mind. It's like you're going from confusion, not being sure what to do. There's going to be an obvious choice with the Lovers. Queen of Cups is you picking your cup. Plain and simple. When I get something like this, to me, it's like very straightforward. To me, it just says you're picking your cup. You're picking the thing that you'll want to be working on career-wise. So to me, this is very focused. It says you are being focused. So yeah, I love that, Brandy, especially a combination like this, like I said. So this has nothing to do with, I mean, it could have to do with love for you still, but, you know, again, since we're asking about career, this is just picking one thing. Yeah, the Sun, the best card in the deck. So it's like you are being guided to the right thing for you to work on. So love it. That's easy. Ina, hello. Ina, hello. I have not seen you in a while. Thank you for the super chat. You say, do you see romance coming in soon? Yes, definitely. Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. So a perfect relationship, someone who makes you very happy coming in for you. So yes, definitely. Ina, again, will they be renewing my contract at work? Two of Swords. I would say yes. Two of Swords to me is like negotiating, though, in this situation, or needing to negotiate. Normally, I would say no with the Two of Swords here, but with the Ace of Pentacles, definitely would be an offer, but there could be some sort of negotiation or decision that needs to be made. But I would say yes, is what I'd say to you. So, yes. Honey York, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card, please. Love, career change. For love, Four Swords. It's like this is you dreaming about love, though. So I feel like you're dreaming about finding love. Hermit, yeah, needing to get out there. So get out there. Honey York is what I would say to you. Career change, yes, definitely some sort of career change for sure. I feel like you're worried about it, but Knight of Swords would definitely be a positive career change. Knight of Swords to me can just represent a change in general, because the Knight of Swords to me is a card of just like some sort of lifestyle change or you know, making a change, basically. So, yeah, yes, is what I would say to you. I love it. Hold on one second, everybody. These, half of these cards were upside down, so I gotta give this a quick shuffle before I answer the next ones here. But, Ina, again, thank you for the super chat. You say, creative projects this year, what do you see, and advice in travel this year? For creative projects, love it. Page of Wands, very creative card. Page of Wands, yeah, Three Wands, a lot of growth. So I feel like anything creative could lead to a lot of growth and changes for you. Also, by the way, travel on the Three of Wands. But I feel like that the Page of Wands just says, if you're working on any projects, make sure that they are projects that you enjoy. Plain and simple. So, you know, just make sure it's something that you enjoy. And for travel, again, you have the Moon. Let go of your fears. Yeah, definitely traveling. For sure. Three Wands to me is a big time travel card, and the Chariot is definitely a travel card. So I feel like you will be traveling coming in for you. But yeah, my only advice for the creative projects is, again, the Page of Wands says make sure to pick projects that you actually can work on. Like if you don't enjoy something, you're probably not going to be doing that good of a job because you're not going to enjoy it. That's what the Page of Wands says. So it just says, like, you know, pick a job that you enjoy, or pick creative projects you enjoy. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I feel like you have a choice here. You have the Seven of Pentacles for TV and the King of Swords for the hair, but this would literally be cutting something. So I would say hair. Seven of Pentacles kind of says wait, or wait it out, basically. So I feel like you should do your hair, I guess, with this card is what I'd say to you. Stacy Randall, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Met someone yesterday. Is he safe to meet alone? Yeah, I would say yes. Six of Cups, Death card, Transformation. Six of Cups, Happiness, totally safe. You have the Ten of Pentacles as well, so yes, for sure, is what I'd say to you, Stacy. Those are very good cards. So yes. Rose, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cards for love, please. 2 of Cups, love, coming in for you. Why? Wheel of Fortune. This is like a turnaround in your love situation. Wheel of Fortune is like is a card of your destiny. You know, it's like a card of moving towards your destiny in love, if that makes sense. So yeah, this could be very good for you. 8 of Wands, movement. 2 cards of movement here. So yeah, I think you're in something long distance, right? So I'd say if you are, this could be very good because this could be movement or travel. For sure, and but perfect match. So yeah, this looks very good. Definitely success as well with that 8 of Wands. Love it. Let's see here. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will things improve at work as I feel insecure? 7 of Swords, let go of your fears. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is looking too deeply in something, into something. This is Neptune and Pisces. I've been telling people, like, pretty much forever that, you know, our feelings about work are probably not the truth. Because of Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces really has nothing to do with work, but it does have to do with flow and like the way things flow in our lives, and plus everything else that's going on. I feel like could make us feel very insecure, but you know, there really is no solution to this other than telling ourselves that that it's not real, that the insecurity we feel doesn't exist. It's almost like internal fears that don't exist, but they're external, you know. And so yeah, that's what I would say there. So, will things improve? It's a hard question to answer because to me, it's like I said, that energy basically says that things are fine. But so there's really nothing to improve, if that makes sense. So it's more of like a mindset change, not a change that needs to happen externally with these cards. Angelique, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Has anyone been coming back in my apartment? 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. I would say no. This could represent work, so I'd say, again, I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but I'd say if you're having work done or if you're thinking that somebody has been doing work, then I would say yes with these cards. So, but other than that, I don't think it's anything, you know, I don't think it's anything nefarious or anything like that. Rose, for the weekend, you have the 6 of Swords and the Fool. I like this. This, to me, is like fun. So I feel like this could be you needing to get out there and have fun. So I feel like you need to get out there and have fun, have a good time. The 6 of Swords is a card of like improvements coming into your life, and the Fool is like a card of a leap of faith. So I feel like you need to take a leap of faith. Rose asked for collective cards. So for everyone here in the collective, we have the Emperor and the 10 of Swords. I feel like this is just moving away from obvious situations. I don't know, I kind of felt this last night. I kind of went on a couple of rants last night as well, based off of this right here. So yeah, I think that there are just like obvious situations in pretty much everybody's life. I'm probably going to be talking about this on Sunday during Chris's Crappy Astrology, because to me, just looking at the astrology, there are things that are obvious that are not going to work in our lives, and we just need to move away from them. So, you know what I mean? It's like pretty obvious. If we have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that can't tie their shoes, then it should be pretty obvious that we should not be dating this person. You know what I mean? So, if we have a boyfriend or girlfriend who keeps telling us that they're going to get a job, and they haven't had a job for like 12 years, then probably not going to work out, right? This is obvious to me. This says there are things that are obviously just not going to work in our lives, and we just need to move away from them. So that's what I'd say there. There you go. All right. Enough chitter chatter. Let's get this show on the road, and let's get going here with Aries. Aries, this is going to be a reading for you for the next 2 days for the 4th and the 5th, Aries. So let's see what we have for you. Aries, this is already a shuffled deck. By the way, for everybody that's wondering, tonight I'm switching back to the, this is the Deviant Moon Tarot, so if you're wondering what deck I'm using, I have switched back to the Deviant Moon. So that's what we're going to use. But Aries, well, let me get a piece of paper going here as well. And Aries, all right. Aries, you start off with the 5 of Pentacles here, so I feel like some of you are coming out of the cold because of the way that the cards are set up here. Your next card is the Queen of Wands and then the 7 of Wands. So this to me would say that you have either been feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like you are lacking something, or you're missing something, or feeling like you're not getting something that you feel like you need in your life. You go to the Queen of Wands, which is like kind of like you taking control over a situation. Or this is you kind of like taking responsibility for your life in general. It's a very like bold, card, the Queen of Wands. It's a card of total self-sufficiency. It's a card that kind of represents total self-responsibility as well. So I feel like in a lot of ways, a lot of you are just kind of like taking control or taking responsibility for all situations in your life. The Seven of Wands is saying that I feel like this is like you kind of coming out of the cold. So I actually really like this a lot for you, Aries, and I feel like you're kind of like coming out of the cold with these cards. I feel like also saying that for some of you, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head that, again, if you're looking for money, I feel like your obvious answer with the Five of Pentacles is work. So I know it's not a great answer, but that's what's popping into my head. So I feel like there could be like work opportunities that, if you need money, could lead to money with the Five of Pentacles. Next, you have this Queen of Wands here. So very attractive at this time here, Aries, but I got something about like personal responsibility with this Queen of Wands when I put it down. I feel like this is, again, a very good thing. I feel like you are taking like 100% personal responsibility for things that are happening in your life. And I feel like that's going to lead to turnarounds. It's going to lead to just improvements and things getting better for you. So I feel like you're kind of like improving your own life by taking responsibility with this card. I also feel that, I do feel like for some of you that this is like about you. I feel like it's needing to not tiptoe around something is popping into my head. I don't know. I feel like you need to be bold about a situation with these cards. I feel like it's like saying that I almost feel like saying that you need to be confrontational. Having said that, with Mars and Sagittarius, for you, Aries, I would not be confrontational at this time, but I do feel like it could represent you needing to be like very direct, open, and honest in some sort of situation that you're dealing with, because I keep getting this like tiptoe thing popping into my head, so I feel like you need to not tiptoe around an issue. I feel like you need to go straight at it and kind of like say what's on your mind about a situation. I do feel like this is relationship related or related to a relationship. So if you're like in a relationship and there's something you need or want out of the relationship, I feel like you need to make your intentions clear with this card. Definitely, it's popping into my head hard. So that's what I'd say about that. And finally, you have the Seven of Wands. So again, I feel like this is talking about opening up for some reason. Normally the Seven of Wands would represent kind of like more defensive energy. It would represent closing down. But it's kind of weird. On this Seven of Wands, she is like coming away from the wand. She is almost like coming out of the forest. She is stepping into a clearing on the Seven of Wands. So I feel like for some of you, this is about you kind of like opening up to something new with this card here. And I feel like it's about you maybe opening up to desires or opening up to a person in your life, telling them like how you feel, or you're being like direct, open, and honest in a situation with that Queen of Wands. For others, I am getting like protect your ideas as well. Seven of Wands to me can represent needing to be careful who you tell what to. Seven of Wands comes up sometimes when like maybe you like somebody at work, and this would say like don't tell anybody, because you know if it kind of gets around to that person in a roundabout way, you know it could create some awkward situations and things like that. But again, that would make sense with being very direct with that Queen of Wands as well. But yeah, that's what I got for you there, Aries. So thank you, Aries. I like it. Taurus, let's see what we have for you, Taurus people. And Taurus, here we go. Taurus. Taurus, you have the Four Cups here. So I feel like this is talking about you manifesting options in your life. Four Cups to me is weighing your options. So I feel like you could have a lot of options in all areas of your life. Could be love, could be money, spirituality, pretty much anything. And I feel like this is you kind of like weighing your options in some ways. For others, if you're looking for love, I feel like you need to accept love offers with the Four Cups. You have the Four Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. You know, putting that all together, this would say if you're looking for love, this could represent being too closed off to potential love opportunities. And it could just say you need to open up to love if you want it. For others, this could be like work offers, business offers, things like that. It could just represent not finding things that you like, or having a hard time finding something that you like. So I do feel like some of you could have a hard time finding something you like in work or business with this card. And yeah, that's all I'm getting there. Next, you have the Knight of Swords. I get health on this card. Knight of Swords to me is a card of personal changes or kind of like routine changes in your life. So I feel like you could be making changes to your daily routine, but I feel like this includes health. So I feel like the changes you're making right now could have an impact on your health, basically. So maybe you're like waking up earlier so you can go to the gym. Maybe you are actually just practicing sleep hygiene. Maybe you're going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, so that you can have more sound sleep and be more healthy. But I feel those types of changes here. For some of you, I feel like you could be moving here. with the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like some of you could be moving with this card or traveling. For others, I feel like you could be looking for opportunities to travel. That would make a lot of sense to me because I feel like for a lot of you that with Uranus and Taurus, I feel like you could have a very strong desire for freedom or wanting to be more free. I would also be careful with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I would be careful of like friends. I would be careful of like lending money to friends or anything like that just popping into my head. Or I would be careful of like people who come at you who want help or, you know, who just kind of are pressuring you to help them in some way. It could even be like family members and things like that, but especially if it's involving money, I do not like the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords together for lending money because it basically says you're never going to see it again. So I would be careful of that. And finally, you have the Queen of Swords here. I feel like for some of you, this is you kind of like being closed off. So again, if you want love, I would open up. To me, this is a very self-sufficient energy as well. So I do feel like you're kind of like at a point in your life where you will be able to take care of yourself or where you are taking care of yourself. For others, I feel like this is kind of like someone who wants to come in and be honest with you. For a lot of you, I feel like this could be a friend, but I do feel like this could also be like an ex-lover or something like that. But it's like they're like telling you the truth, but it feels like one of those truths where it's like they're telling you the truth, but they're also like trying to blame you for it. So yeah, you know what I have to say about that. If that's coming in for you, I would kick that person to the curb. I would get rid of them, basically, with the Queen of Swords. So I would be careful of that type of situation. But there you go. Thank you, Taurus. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Gemini, let's see what we have for you, Gemini people. And Gemini. All right, Gemini. Gemini, you have the Eight of Pentacles here, so I feel like a lot of you could just be focused on work or focused on kind of like making more money with this Eight of Pentacles. I just did your weekly reading today. There was like a lot of good work stuff in that reading, so I feel like there could be a lot of benefits in work or like around work for you. I would say, especially if you're like hoping to climb the company ladder here with the rest of the cards you have here, I feel like there could be opportunities for like raises or promotions. For some of you, I feel like there could be a change due to like a change at work due to like wanting a raise or a promotion, but it's kind of like I feel like you could literally be changing jobs here because it's like you have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords and this Eight of Pentacles. This is like realizing how much work you're doing at your job and like trying to justify it basically with these three cards together. That's what's popping into my head. So I feel like some of you could be like doing a lot of work. Maybe you're not getting paid as much as you should at your job and you're trying to justify it, but then you're like, I can't. So this to me looks like a move or a change in job. And I've been feeling that for a while for you. So I feel like a lot of you could be changing jobs, plain and simple. But really good card for money. It says if you do change, then things will improve or there will be success for you here, Gemini. Next, you have the Knight of Cups. Again, this is you, I feel like, looking at the work you're doing. I feel like you are paying attention to the things you're doing and, like, trying to see if the numbers match up here for some of you. For others, this definitely could be love. You had a water sign, I think, show up in your weekly reading that I did for you today for next week, Gemini. So I feel like a lot of you, this could definitely be a water sign coming in for love. So if you're looking for love, I feel like this could be love. For others, like I said, I feel like this is you just kind of like thinking about the future, planning for the future, or hoping to, you know, get somewhere in the future. And next you have the, or I should say, finally you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords to me is a card of curiosity and being curious about your future. So like I said, it's all about the future. Eight of Pentacles to me is a card of diligence. Like it's a card of like really paying attention to the details in your life and like really paying attention to the little things in life and trying to figure out like what you want, what you don't want, and getting clear on that. So part of me feels like with this Page of Swords, you're just getting clear on the things that you want. For others, I do feel like this could be someone spying from the past here, is what I would say to you. It's like they're trying to gather details about you. I would be careful of anybody spying. You know, I'd be careful of exes and things like that, especially if they're watching you with this Page of Swords. It's like they're trying to gather details with that Eight of Pentacles. I feel like somebody nosy around you here, Gemini. I would be very careful of like anybody nosy or anybody who's like sticking their nose into your business, anything like that. I would just like block those people out with the Page of Swords. But that's that, Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. All right, Cancer. What do we have for you, Cancer people? And Cancer. Cancer, you have the Six of Pentacles here, so I feel like financial balance coming in for you. You also have the Four of Pentacles as well, so a lot of you could just be trying to create more financial balance, or you're just trying to create better finances in general with this Six of Pentacles. For others, I feel like this is just talking about, like, this could be a breakup. Again, you have the Tower here with the Four of Pentacles, as always. I mean, to me, Cancer, all your readings are about, like, needing to leave the past in the past, needing to move on to something new. Six of Pentacles, someone not investing enough time or energy into a relationship. The Tower, a breakup. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to a breakup. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's time to let go of the past. For others, this could just be like looking for a new job or going through a job change, because just like I said, Gemini, it's like the Six of Pentacles is, you know, it's like this guy's holding all this money behind him, and he's only giving out one pentacle. It's like you could be deciding that you work for a boss who's just like holding back a bunch of money, who isn't willing to pay more money. So a lot of you could be just looking to change jobs with that card. Next, you have the Tower. Again, I do feel like this could be a past breakup for some of you. And I feel like you're like trying to rebuild after a breakup here. So that's what I get for most of you. For others, I feel like this could be a move as well, or some sort of change. But again, it would be good change. To me, the Tower is a good card. To me, the Tower, the top of the Tower has to be rebuilt anyway. You know, I always say the top of the Tower is weak. It needs to be rebuilt anyway. So I feel like this is a good card for rebuilding, good card for changes, any changes you're making. Even if you have to start over, even if it feels like a Tower moment, again, to me, this is a positive card for the most part. And finally, you have the Four of Pentacles. So like I said, I would let go of any past relationships or any past connections that you've been holding on to. For others, I feel like this is talking about stability as well. So I feel like a lot of you could be kind of looking for stability in all areas of your life in general. This could be like in work or business or in love as well. I would be careful of anybody who's like kind of latching on to you for stability, who's like trying to suck away your stability. For whatever reason, I feel like this could be, it's almost like I feel like there could be someone who is trying to kind of like suck off your stability. Like it's almost like someone very unstable is trying to take advantage of you in some way. This is a very weird card. It's not going to show up on this camera, but it's like her hands are over here. There's like a secret hand that's on his shoulder over here on this card. I almost feel like someone is like trying to take advantage of your stability in life, and they're not stable. So I'd be careful of people who are not stable there, Cancer. But thank you, Cancer. Really appreciate it. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you, Leo people. And Leo. Leo, you have the Devil showing up here first. So again, I would just, watch out for any toxic energy. I would say no drinking and driving, none of that stuff with the Devil. I would just be careful of toxic people as well. The rest of this reading looks really good for you, Leo. So I feel like there could be a lot of good energy, but I feel like this is just saying watch out for the addictive stuff. This could be work as well. This could say you're working too much, maybe need a break. So I feel like you need to kind of like make sure that you're not working yourself to death with the Devil card here. I feel like you need to create balance. Your next card is the Magician. Again, obviously, Devil plus a Magician could represent a trickster or someone who is tricky in your life. So if you like in the past have dated someone who was a trickster or who was tricky, then avoid that person. Obviously, if there are just people in your life who you feel like are tricky, avoid those people with these two cards. For the most part, the Magician says you can have whatever you want at this time, Leo. You just have to use your powers of manifestation to get it. So I feel like you need to use your powers of manifestation here, and I would be trying to manifest the things that you desire in life. This could also represent needing to look at like other tools, talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you have here, Leo. So this could be like in work or business, needing to use your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to be successful. So I would look at like what tools you're not using, or this could represent like hidden talents even that you have that could lead to a lot of success. For some of you, I feel like you're about to kind of like be recognized for work that you've done. You have this Magician here. This Magician, there are people, like there are shadows of people here, and it's like they're kind of looking at him work. So I feel like some of you could be getting recognized for work that you've done. Plus, you have the Sun, which is a card of stepping into the light or kind of like being recognized for something. It is a card of good news as well. So I do feel good news here, or I feel like you could be getting good news or having some sort of celebration in your life with the Sun. So I really like this, Leo. This is you coming up in a very strong position as well as the best card in the deck, the Sun. So I feel like there's a lot of like good news potential coming in for you. I feel for some of you this could be, like I said, positive attention, but it feels like through work to me. Obviously, if you want love, all these cards would say get out there. The Sun says get as much attention as you possibly can. So, and the Magician says use your powers of manifestation to attract love into your life. Just be careful of toxic people with that Devil card. But for the most part, I feel like this is talking about work. I feel like there's like good news coming in through work. So, Leo, love it. Thank you, Leo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we have for you, Virgo people. And Virgo. All right. Virgo, you have the World, reaching goals. This looks really good for you, Virgo. You have the World, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. These are really good cards. All cards of kind of like reaching goals or getting things that you desire. The World, definitely a card of travel. I think for like the past year or so, you've been getting these cards of travel, needing to move, needing to create some sort of change. I mean, all that comes up for you all the time. And that's pretty much what this is right here. To me, this is all like change, making a change. This could be like changing jobs, changing businesses, changing relationships. For some of you, this could be you going off on your own because you have the World, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is kind of like a card of more self-reliance. It is a card of relying on yourself and kind of, making things happen on your own. So I feel like a lot of you could be making things happen on your own here. And I feel like there will be a lot of success there for you. But to me, this is a card of goals. I feel like you're just like reaching goals at this time. Next, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like, for whatever reason, I feel like some of you are finding money, as what's popping into my head. I don't think you're literally finding money. I feel like you are either finding a job if you need one, or you could be finding a raise if you need one. So that's what I mean by finding money. I don't think you're just going to find money like laying around. You could, but I feel like this is saying you're kind of stumbling into something you want. I would say especially if you have recently like moved or traveled or something like that with the World card. This to me could represent you stumbling into money or kind of like finding a way to make money or something like that. So I feel like a lot of you could be finding money with this Nine of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, this is like definitely you getting to a place of comfort financially as well is popping into my head. So if you have been kind of like uncomfortable financially, or if you feel like you've been missing finances or not making money, I feel like this could be you just kind of like making money or finding more money with this Nine of Pentacles. And finally, you have the Ace of Pentacles here, Virgo. Definitely some sort of offer coming in for you or good news regarding your finances. So I feel like for some of you, this is just like good news regarding your finances or like some sort of offer money-wise. I feel like for others that this could be you almost stepping through like some sort of portal. This to me would represent like a new beginning financially. So I feel like you could be just getting a new job or getting a new job offer, something like that. For others, I do feel love here as well for whatever reason. So I feel like some of you could be kind of like finding love, but it looks like through dating. The World card to me is definitely a card of dating. The Ace of Pentacles is like going on the path. It's a card of the path to marriage, as I always say. So it kind of just represents the journey from start to finish. So usually we don't just like meet someone and marry them. Usually we have to date, right? A couple of people at least, and that's kind of what the World says. So I feel like this is just saying that you are kind of maybe getting farther along on the journey. So if you're looking for love, maybe you're kind of like getting to the next steps on the journey, if that makes sense. But there you go, Virgo. Thank you, Virgo. All right, Libra. Let's see what we have for you, Libra people. And Libra. Libra, you have the Justice card. You shown up in a very strong position. You also have the Hermit and the King of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, by the way, or you could be dealing with a water sign as well, Libra. But I feel like this is you coming up in a very strong position. I feel like this is saying like more energy needs to be put into the things that you want. So I feel like to me, the Justice card is super simple. If we want something, we just have to put energy into whatever it is. So it's like if you want love, you have to date. If you want money, you have to work with the Justice card. To me, justice is very kind of like a very cut and dry card. For some of you, I feel like this is a decision that has to be made. So I do feel like some of you have to make a decision with this Justice card. I feel like it's like about making a choice in your life. And I feel like your answer is pretty simple. You have the Hermit, which would say if you are trying to make any choices at all in your life, that you need to kind of like go inside of yourself and search for answers. But the Justice card would say that the answer is even more simple than that. It's saying like, where can you effectively put your energy? So again, like let's say you're trying to decide between two jobs. It says which job is better for you. Like which job could you actually see yourself putting your energy into? Pick that one. Same thing in love as well. it's like, who can you commit to and actually give the time, your time and energy to, if you're trying to make a choice. So it's that type of choice. I feel like this could also just be justice if you're dealing with some sort of, legal issue or any other type of challenge that requires justice. Next, you have the Hermit card. So I feel like the Hermit card is about you kind of like searching for answers, like I said, especially if you're trying to make a choice. For others, I feel like this is you needing to leave Hermit mode, especially for love, especially with the King of Cups coming up next. I feel like you need to, if you are hoping for love, I feel like you need to get out there with that King of Cups. I feel like and this Hermit card. I feel like this is saying you need to get out into public and actually meet people. For others, I don't know, I feel like this is like kind of facing your shadow. I feel like a lot of you could be facing your shadow or have been facing your shadow for a very long period of time. I feel like saying in your face, Libra. I don't mean like in your face, Libra. I feel just that maybe your problems or maybe the challenges that you have been dealing with have been like brought to your attention much more than they normally would have, or much more than they normally are. For some of you, I feel like this is love. This is a very weird message, Libra, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like for some of you this could be in love. I feel like this is someone, like some of you could be with someone who's just not afraid to tell you like what your problems are. I feel like and maybe you're not used to that, right? Or maybe they are pointing out your problems. For others, this could be like a work relationship or something like that. I feel like maybe it's almost like your flaws are kind of like being pointed out, and I feel like you've had to face these things or had to face certain challenges about yourself, which of course is never fun, right? But at the same time, it's very necessary for life. And finally, you have the King of Cups, so some sort of turnaround. This is like a return to emotion. This is more balance coming in for you emotionally and feeling much better. So I feel like that you are feeling like this is you feeling much better in life, plain and simple. I also feel like this could be love coming in for you. Could be a water sign, like I said, coming in for you for love. For others of you, I feel like this could be, for whatever reason, I'm getting communication, but I feel like it's like communication that makes you feel good because, again, I'm kind of like getting like balance here, and I'm kind of also getting it has more to do with like emotions, I feel, with this card. So I feel like it's like you balancing your emotions out with the King of Cups. But Libra, I love it. I did your weekly reading as well today, and it was really good. So thank you, Libra. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what we have for you, Scorpio people. Scorpio, you have the Three of Swords here. Three of Swords, heartbreak. You have the Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Scorpio, if you have been dating a Earth sign, I would get this person out of your life. I've been telling you this for months because I feel like for some of you, it's like there's an Earth sign who keeps trying to pop back up into your life. Obviously, if that doesn't resonate with you, this message is not for you then, is what I'd say to you, Scorpio. So I feel like for some of you, you could be just dealing with an Earth sign. I feel like they won't leave you alone. I feel like you need to kick this person to the curb. For others, this to me would represent just any other type of change that you could be making. You have the Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a card I call the crossroads. To me, the Queen of Pentacles says there is a choice that needs to be made. The Queen of Pentacles always says pick the new path, or it says pick like the new journey. So if you're having a hard time making a change, I feel like you just need to pick the new path. I feel like that will lead to the most success. Three of Swords for you, Scorpio, I feel like could be like not wanting to leave something behind, especially with this Two of Swords as well. Two of Swords is thinking too much about how your decisions affect other people. To me, with the Two of Swords, we really shouldn't care how our decisions affect other people, as long as we're not doing things to harm people, of course. Scorpio, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain myself, but I guess I do. So what I would say here is as long as your decisions don't hurt other people, then your decisions should not matter how they affect other people. The types of decisions I'm talking about are things like maybe you want to change jobs. Maybe you are worried that if you leave your current job, you will be hurting the people you work with. But, really, people leave jobs all the time. And it's like if your current job is holding you back and there's a better opportunity, take the better opportunity. There's really no honor in suffering. There's no honor in, kind of like sticking by people. I've had like so many people who like stay in jobs, who stay in relationships mostly, and are miserable because it's like they don't want to hurt the other person or whatever. I'm like, you're actually causing more harm than good, just by doing that. It's like you're creating negative energy in the first place. Plus, you're just not living. You're not living in joy, plain and simple. So I feel like a lot of people just need to leave those situations. I always tell people about jobs as well. I've had so many people say like, oh, but my boss will be so sad. I'm like, if you died tomorrow, there would be an ad for your job in the newspaper tomorrow. like 10 minutes after you're dead. So I always tell people, it's like, we don't need to have this like false sense of, responsibility to jobs that will just like replace us in an instant. So yeah, there you go, Scorpio. And finally, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely a new path opening up for you. I feel like this is a major increase in resources for you. So if this is like a job, I feel like this could be a job coming in that will lead to like major improvements, or a job coming in that will lead to more money or more resources. I feel like for others, it could even be love, but it's like new love coming in for you. Like I said, I do not like the feeling I get off this card, if I'm being, as far as love is concerned, Scorpio. So if you've been dealing with a relationship with an earth sign from the past, then I would be very careful of this person. I get like the same things over and over and over again for you here. I feel like for a lot of you Scorpio people, it's like this person is just like stuck to you, and it's like, but I feel like in a bad way, like a tick. We're not talking about stuck to you like something good. I don't know what a good thing being stuck to you would be, but I feel like this person is just like a leech, basically. So I would be careful of anyone who is like just not leaving you alone, or who keeps trying to come back to you, is what I'd say. I feel like they're just not a great person. So I would be careful of someone like that. Obviously, like I always say, use your judgment. If someone is a good person, then things will be fine, right? I always say that. So, obviously if someone from your past was a good person, then it's not about you. But if they weren't, then there you go. Should be pretty simple. All right, let's get a new deck here for Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, as always, this is already shuffled deck, but let's mix this up a little bit. So, Sagittarius, let's see here. Sagittarius, you have the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in. Yeah, I like this for you, Sagittarius. I feel like this could I definitely feel like new jobs for you, Sagittarius, because I feel this for you and Gemini, your opposite sign, and I get like the same energy for you. I feel like a lot of you could be switching jobs or looking for something new. Eight of Pentacles is just like wanting to see results for the work you do, and that's the message I always get for you, Sagittarius, is like I feel like a lot of you just want to see that the work you're doing is having an effect, or is making a difference, or is actually contributing to your own earnings in some way. So I feel like this is a very positive like exchange of energy financially. So I do like to see that. Next, you have the Knight of Swords here. I would be careful of anybody who's too cool for school here, Sagittarius, especially in love. For whatever reason, I feel like there could be someone who's very good at, who's very romantic, but I think they're just like a little bit sneaky. So you have the King of Wands here. King of Wands could be you. King of Wands is a good card, but it could also be a card of kind of like getting kind of swept up in someone who is just too cool for school. Like I said, someone who is too smooth for their own good, right? So I would just I don't think this is a bad thing. I think it's just saying keep your wits about you here as far as love is concerned, and you'll be fine. For others, I feel like this could be legal communication for some reason. I do feel like it would be positive legal communication, so I do feel like there is positive communication coming in for you, but for the most part, I do feel like this could be something legal, basically. Yeah, maybe about money, so I feel like this could be involving money. It doesn't feel like a settlement to me, but it does feel like news. So it's like maybe you're not getting a settlement just yet, but maybe you are getting news that you will be getting a settlement, like in the near future or something. And finally here, Sagittarius, you have the King of Wands. So I feel like this is you showing up in a very strong position. I do feel like this is like a need for you to be clear. King of Wands to me is like a good card, but it's also a card that says your head could be in the clouds. So to me, this card says like we have to make sure to ground ourselves, and we need to make sure to look at things realistically in all areas of our lives. I feel like for others, this could just be hard work as well. Again, King of Wands to me is a card of raising children, but it doesn't have to mean you're raising a child. It just could mean that you are raising something like a child, like a business. You could be putting your heart and soul into a business or into a creative project or something like that. Again, Eight of Pentacles says if you are working very hard towards something, you will be very successful. You will see positive results. So Sagittarius, I like this. I feel like this is pretty good for you. I feel like it's pretty straightforward as always. So thank you, Sag. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorn people. And Capricorn. All right, Cap. Let's see. Capricorn, you have the Nine of Pentacles coming up first here, so I feel like this is your desire is financial abundance, financial success, probably just like living a good life as well. Nine of Pentacles to me is kind of just like represents the good life, like having luxuries, having the nicer things in life, having things that you desire in life, or having the things that you want in your life. So I feel like this is just talking about luxuries or having nicer things. I feel like this is what you are trying to get to in your life, if that makes sense. Next, you have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you need to realize that your current situation is temporary. Capricorn, I did your weekly reading today. I thought it was really good. Definitely probably like one of the better readings. I would say it wasn't like good, but I feel like it was like one of the better readings that I've ever done for you in such a weird way. It was like, definitely it points out like the challenges I think that you are going through, but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of like talking about improvements in your life as well. So I feel like there are a lot of improvements for you here, Capricorn. Nine of Swords just represents like a temporary blessing in disguise. To me, the Nine of Swords represents temporary situations. Could say you're going through difficulties and challenges, but again, these difficulties and challenges are probably temporary with this card. And finally here, Capricorn, you have the World card. So I feel like for a lot of you, you could be like opening up to the world. I feel like you could be getting a lot of attention from the world as well with the World card. So I feel like some of you could be kind of presenting things to the world, like projects or your ideas. You could be getting on YouTube, pretty much anything. So I feel that for some of you, and I feel like that would be good. For others, I feel like this could be you dating if you're looking for love, so I would get out there and date. Yeah, Two Wands. Two Wands is like wanting to have the whole world in your hands. I feel like a lot of you, this whole reading is about opportunities, plain and simple for you, Capricorn. Two Nines. Two Nines is opportunities and wanting certain opportunities in your life. I'm going to start calling these readings plain and simple readings. That's what's going to happen because really I feel like I should just be boiling these messages down into like much quicker messages. I feel like there's no reason to go on and on and on, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it just very simply, I feel like this is saying that you are wanting to find opportunities that you can take advantage of. These could be work, business opportunities, love opportunities, pretty much everything. So I would just say take the lead, grab the opportunities, and you will be successful. Plain and simple. There you go. Thank you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you, Aquarius people. Aquarius. Let's see here. And Aqua. Aquarius, you have the Four Cups here. I feel like for some of you, this is, I feel like this could be like a new opportunity coming in for you. I feel like you're like waiting for an offer. I would say if you're waiting for an offer, I would definitely say move on at this point. To me, I just get the feeling of like waiting for communication. So I feel like you could be waiting for communication, or I feel like you could be waiting for someone to make you an offer. I feel like saying either you need to make the offer or you need to move on with the Four Cups, because I feel like there isn't, it's like, I feel no communication is what I'm trying to say. So if you're waiting for some communication from someone, I feel like no communication unless you make the offer. So I'd make the offer. I say this all the time. People always ask me, they're like, is so-and-so going to communicate with me? I always say, why don't you communicate with them? It's like, end the misery. You could easily get an answer today, right now, if you just communicated with somebody. So I always tell people, just, grab the bull by the balls here and kind of like communicate if you are hoping for communication with someone. And otherwise, I feel like you're not going to get it with the Four Cups. Next, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like luck is on your side here. So if you are hoping to communicate with someone or anything like that, I feel like luck is really on your side. But I feel like this is saying that you need to open up in the first place. For others, by the way, I'm getting traveling here. I feel like some of you could be traveling here, Capricorn. And I would say if you are traveling, I feel like there's a lot of luck in your travels. But it feels like you could be traveling for a specific purpose, like a job interview, or maybe you're looking for a place to move or something like that. So I'd say if you're doing that, I feel like there could be a lot of success with the World card. So yeah, that's what I would say there. And finally, you have two cards that came out together, Page of Pentacles and Five of Wands. Five of Wands says, I feel like you are expecting the worst here out of a situation. And I feel like you need to get out of your head here, Aquarius. The Five of Wands is like expecting conflict. I feel like you could be expecting conflict, or you could be kind of like expecting some sort of disaster or something like that. Page of Pentacles, I feel like it's saying you're actually going to get good news. So I feel like you need to get out of your head here. Yeah, I feel like you're like moving towards abundance. It's like you're coming out of the cold, Aquarius. The Empress to me says you're very attractive at this time, of course. But to me, the Empress is going from winter to spring. So I feel like you are like moving towards improvements here with the Empress card. I feel like that there is like a lot of healing, a lot of success coming in for you, just a lot of good things. So I would get out of your head here, Aquarius. But that looks good. So thank you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. Pisces, thank you as always for your patience. Really appreciate it, Pisces. Pisces, let's see what we have for you. Pisces, you have the Two of Cups, perfect match. So I feel like for some of you in love, you could have a perfect match. So if you're looking for love, I would get out there. If you already have love, could be a perfect match. For some of you, it could be Cancer, or it could be an Aries as well. It could be any sign. This is just a general reading, Pisces, but those two signs stand out to me here. It could be a water sign in general with the Two of Cups as well. But I do feel like there could be a perfect match here for you. I do feel like there is a need for communication in some situations as well. It's weird. Chariot is like a victory, like hoping for a victory, needing to take control to have a victory in some sort of situation. Emperor is about like needing to have a plan. So I feel like in love, some of you need to have a plan on like where the relationship is going or something like that. For others, I feel like this could be a perfect match in work or business. So it's like you're doing something that you match up with perfectly. I feel like there will be a victory here. Chariot, yeah, quick victory as well. I feel like you're charging forward towards victory. This could be like a move or travel as well, Pisces. So yeah, I love this. If you're in something long distance, by the way, this could be like travel or communication in a relationship that leads to a victory as well with the Chariot card. For others, I feel like this is saying you need to take control in your life with the Chariot card. I feel like you need to move towards your bullseye. Eight of Wands tells me that you know exactly what you want to do, Pisces, with your life in general. And this just says take control, move towards it. You will be successful. Eight of Wands to me is hitting your mark, hitting your bullseye. It says no matter what, you will be successful if you take control with the Chariot. For others, by the way, for some of you, I think you could either be getting a car, getting work done to a car, or there's something going on with a car here. I feel like it'll be successful, so I wouldn't worry about it. And finally, you have the Emperor here. I feel like some of you could be dealing with an Aries for sure. Could be heartbreak. So some of you could be like heartbreak separation with an Aries. For others, this could just be a plan. So to me, this is saying avoid heartbreak, have a plan. With the Emperor. The Emperor is not Pisces, right? Right, Pisces? Pisces, trust me, I'm a Pisces. I get it. Like, I would have no plan for anything ever. And I would just, like, be like, you know, just go with the flow, right? But this says, if you want to avoid heartbreak in any situation, for a lot of you, I feel like this is just business. I don't even think it's love. It could be love. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is in business. I feel like this is just saying you need to follow a solid plan. Emperor to me doesn't even care, especially with all the Capricorn energy for you, Pisces. I keep saying this. With Pisces, with Capricorn for Pisces, plain and simple, it just says you just need to follow a simple plan. I keep saying all the time as well. Why do you think I go live every single day? Because of Capricorn and Pisces. I mean, because of all the energy in Capricorn for Pisces, right? That is a tongue twister, Pisces. But I feel like this is saying just have some sort of plan. It will make things run a lot smoother. Definitely in love as well. I feel like you need to have a plan as well. Like for, like, do you want love? Do you not want love? Do you want to commit to someone? Do you not want to commit to someone? Again, Neptune and Pisces. I'm not crazy about Neptune and Pisces for love because, and this goes for everybody, not just Pisces. But to me, Neptune and Pisces, we get too lost in the fantasy of a relationship. We don't make it a reality. So we need to make sure to make things a reality here. So have a plan, Pisces. But that looks pretty good. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to do a pick a card now. So we are going to do cards 1, 2, and 3, as always. And as always, this is another deck as well. It's already been shuffled. So let's see what we have for everybody. And all right. If you pick card number 1, you have the Six of Swords and the Page of Wands. I feel like you're moving on to calmer shores here, moving towards improvements. Page of Wands, I feel like it's just like a more joyful, childlike life. So I feel like a lot of you could be moving towards like a more joyful, more happy, more childlike life where you can have more fun. So this just looks like improvements to me. So if you pick card number 1, I feel like you're just experiencing improvements. Next, if you pick card number 2, You have the Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, I feel like you're coming out of the cold. So, but this to me would be like clarity, basically. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. But Eight of Wands is like knowing how to fix your situation. So part of me feels like for you card number 2 people, that this could just be answers on how to fix your current situation if there are challenges, basically. For others, I feel like this is saying you need to communicate in a situation to avoid being left out in the cold. This could be in love. This could be in business. It could be some sort of bill that you have to pay. This is saying like face your monsters, or it's basically saying don't create more monsters in your life. If you have a bill and if you think you can just ignore it, and that, you know, especially if it's a bill you can't pay, it's going to turn into a monster with the Five of Pentacles. But if you communicate with the Eight of Wands and you have a bill that you can't pay, and you call whoever has the bill and say I can't pay it, they'll probably work something out with you with the Eight of Wands. So this is basically saying face it, I feel. Again, same thing with like love or whatever, so just communicate. And finally, if you pick card number 3, you have the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. This could be a breakup for some of you. So some of you could be experiencing a breakup with these cards. I feel like some of you have already gone through it with these cards as well. For others, I feel like this has nothing to do with love for some of you. For some of you, I feel like this is just saying that there are just things in general that are no longer fulfilling to you in your life. I feel like you're just walking away from things that no longer serve you here with these cards. Or it's like you're walking away from things that you no longer find fulfilling with the with this card here. Eight of Cups is like kind of like a hamster wheel card, because you know, Eight of Cups can say that you have like spent a lot of time on something in your life, but you're just realizing that it's empty, that it's shallow, that there's nothing there. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you're just realizing that something you've been working on for a very long time is empty, you know, that there is nothing there. So again, it might not even be love. It could just be a job. It could be a project. It could just be multiple things. It could be people in your life as well. To me, this is a very common energy right now. Again, Saturn and Capricorn is no BS. So Saturn and Capricorn is like, if things no longer serve you, or if things are not working out, you're probably going to walk away. So there you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to answer questions now, of course. And super chats, of course, will get preference, but I will try to answer as many people as I possibly can. So let me figure out where I was. I was on Angelique, I believe. And we will get going. Angelique, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for career and money. You have the Knight of Wands and the Hermit. The Knight of Wands to me is like a card that says you need to move towards desire. So it's saying like if you have a very strong desire for what you're doing, then you will be successful. If you don't, you won't. So I feel like it's saying make sure to do things you desire. Yeah, you have the Magician as well. Magician is basically saying that you have all the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities you need to be very successful. It's kind of like a card of manifesting success in work. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is like a very self-sufficient energy. To me, this says like you are more than capable of taking care of yourself in career, and I feel like you'll be very successful. So I feel like this is good for you, Angelique. Jorge, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, pull a few cards, thanks. You have the Five of Cups and the Death card. I feel like this is some sort of ending. I feel like you're worried about something coming to an end here. You have the Emperor. What else? And the Ace of Swords. I feel like there's some sort of victory coming in for you, though, Jorge. It's like you could be, like, worried about something coming to an end, but I feel like there is, like, a positive ending coming in for you. So that's what I would say to you here. I think things will go well. Sophie Suds, hello. Hello, Sophie. How will things go with Pete and I at the end of the month? You have the marriage. You have the Nine of Pentacles. I think things will go very well for you, Sophie. Four of Wands is like a card of a celebration, as you know, a card of marriage. I don't think you're really going to be getting married necessarily, but it definitely could be like a commitment or happiness. Nine of Pentacles, very independent card, but Nine of Pentacles is like a card of like fanciness. So I feel like you could be very fancy, Sophie. Yeah, Chariot, some sort of victory, Soph. So love it, of course. Brainiacs, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I have to take the GRE for the CSU MBA program? That was a lot of acronyms. I feel like it's possible, but I don't think it will be required. So, Knight of Pentacles just says if you put the hard work in, you'll be fine. And the Empress is kind of like a card of success, so in abundance. So, I don't think it'll be required, no. Sandrine, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year to you as well. Cards for next week. You have the King of Cups here and the Knight of Swords. Could be love charging into your life as well for you, Sandrine. So this could definitely be love. It could also just be like balance in your emotions. Yeah, I feel like you could be finding yourself kind of being very happy is what I'd say to you, Sandrine. So love it. Moon Honey, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What does Source want me to know about Pisces? Ten of Pentacles, your treasure. So if this is love, then to me the Ten of Pentacles is the best love card in the deck. Yes, I realize it's a Pentacle card, but to me it's like a card of finding someone who is your treasure. So I feel like this could be love, basically. This could also represent secrets or things being hidden, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It could just say, that this Pisces has not fully opened up to you. So that's what I would say to you there. Jorge, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I have to move from where I am at. Is it going to be better for me? Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like things will be great for you, Jorge. Six of Wands, success. Yeah, I feel like you need to set yourself free here. Six of Cups, turnaround. Yes. Definitely. The Eight of Swords says you need to stop worrying about it because it probably is going to be way better than you could ever realize. So, yes, I feel like it's going to be way better for you than you could even imagine. So, yes. Regain Reverse, hello. Thank you for the super chat. As always, really appreciate it. You say, hey, Chris, I'm single and have dated a little, but I'm tired and want to settle down. To be brief, when will I find a person and will she be hot? You have these Seven of Wands here. Nine of Wands. This is about not giving up. This is not a good answer, really, for you because, depending on how you feel, because really this is about dating. So this would kind of like say you have to keep dating. You're going to have to keep getting out there. Yeah, you have the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, more patience. These are cards of patience, So I feel like a little bit patient. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is literally my dating card. So I feel like you will find someone. Probably will be hot. Obviously, you'll be attracted to them. Yeah, Hierophant. So Hierophant is a card of marriage. So I feel like you just need to keep dating. But I feel like you will find someone soon is what I would say to you. Yeah, I just asked this year. And you have the Nine of Cups. So probably this year is what I'd say to you. So that looks good. Nicole Long, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Nicole, you say here, he thinks he doesn't want to give up when he has to face my issues every day. I think the story would be different. Knight of Cups. Well, then how are you going to find love, Nicole, is my question to you, is what I'd say here. Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor, water sign, wouldn't surprise me, Pisces, Two of Cups, perfect match. So it's like you want love, but are you going to do this to every single person or just to him? That's my question to you, is what I'd say here. King of Wands, maybe he can handle it. King of Wands is like an alpha male, like someone who can totally handle anything. So I know that's not politically correct. I just lost half my subscribers by saying that, but you know what? Anything for you, Nicole, right? But Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor, someone who can totally handle it. Two of Cups, perfect match. King of Wands here, someone who can handle it, basically. So yeah, that's what I would say there. I don't know what else to say. Maybe, could you date a nurse or something? I don't know. I'm trying to come up with solutions here. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Brandy says collective. So for everyone here in the collective, big thank you to Brandy for the collective. So let's see what we have going on here. For everyone here in the collective, we have the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. I feel like everybody here, that this could be a change in direction in love. So I feel like everybody needs to get out of their head, basically, and go with the change here. If you're in a relationship that isn't working out, leave, is what I'd say with these two cards. But I feel like after a heartbreak, there could be love coming in. For others, this could be healing. So if you're going through health issues, two really good cards for healing, actually. Three of Swords would represent the issue, but the Queen of Cups could represent health or healing, basically. Next, for everyone here in the collective, we have the Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like people need to be patient. There are changes coming in for people. I feel like there's luck and turnarounds coming in for people as well with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like that there's a lot of luck coming in for everybody, but I feel like people have to be patient to get this luck. For others, this is basically saying we have to create our own luck. because the Strength card is about surprising people. So this could be a lot of you turning your situation around and surprising people around you. And finally, we have the Justice card and the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of love coming in lately for a lot of people. So I feel like there's love coming in. Page of Cups could be a love offer. The Justice card could be someone who's very balanced. So I feel like there is very kind of like balanced love coming in for a lot of people, but we have to be open to it. For others, this could be like an offer that's worthwhile pursuing. Or that's worth pursuing, but it could be like a work offer, business offer, job offer is what I'd say here, because the Justice card is like where we put our energy. So this could be like a work offer where we could put our energy and be successful. So that's what I'd say there. I like it. That looks really good. Thank you, Brandy. Honey York, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Any chance I'll meet someone special this weekend? Yeah, if you put the work in. Eight of Pentacles says get out there and work it, basically, and you'll find someone. So yes, is what I'd say to you here. So yes. Definitely a chance. Nicole Long, again, thank you for the super chat. Will the new sales rep at my new job be hot? 3 Wands, Page of Swords. I would say mysterious. Is that hot? I'm not sure. I feel like they will be mysterious, is what I feel like saying. But hot? Not so sure. Probably not. But maybe mysterious. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will my ritual be successful? Ooh, that's spooky there, Cynthia. I would say yes, yeah, yes, for sure. Brandy, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, will I hear back from the director within the next week? 7 of Cups. Yes, is what I would say to you, Brandy. So I feel like saying yes. 7 of Cups says, like, make sure to follow up, make sure to focus and all that other stuff. But, yeah, I would say yes to you. Miss L. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Is Kai moving into O's townhome good? Safe? I would say yes. Fool, jumping right in. Ace of Cups, emotions overflowing, being very happy. So, yes, is what I would say to you. Cynthia, is my home life causing blockages? It's possible. The Tower, thank you, by the way, for the super chat. The Tower, to me, is a card that says there needs to be a change, right? And the Tower is definitely a card of moving. So, I would say yes, I feel like it's possible for sure. Yeah. So, yes, probably. Lovely Amara, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, will mom let me stay temporarily at her home? I would say yes, for sure, with that card. Will it take long to get my life back on track? No. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is like a lot of stability. It's not like the fastest card in the deck, but it's definitely a card of improvements. Will I get into EMT program? Yeah, I feel like you will if you want to. 3 Cup celebration. So, yes, if you want to, for sure. Is what I would say there. So, yes. Maisie, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, what are Marty's intentions? I'm wondering if this is someone from the past, Maisie. You have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles comes up a lot from past people because 6 of Pentacles is basically half-assed energy. It's basically someone who's just trying to drag you along in a relationship who's not willing to invest. So, as I love to say, this looks like someone who's just wanting to waste your time, basically, with the 6 of Pentacles. The Star, it's a card of renewal. It is a good card, but to me, the Star is a card of waiting for the grass to grow. So, do you want to sit there and wait for the grass to grow in this relationship? I would say probably not, is what I'd say here. Naya's Abundance. Naya, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I be approved for the new card tomorrow? 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands. I would say yes. This is like a definitely success here. It doesn't really represent approval, but these are definitely good cards. So I would say yes. And hello again, Naya. Thank you for the super chat. What's wrong with my boss? The High Priestess is no action. They could just be lazy, is what I'd say here with this card. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this looks like personal problems to me. So I feel like if there's something wrong with your boss or whatever, this to me just looks like personal problems, basically. Like they bring their problems from home into work, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like that's what their problem is that they bring their problems from home to work, which you shouldn't do, right? Shanta, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Do you see me getting a promotion in February? 7 of Swords, let go of your fears. Queen of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands is very simple. Queen of Wands is a card of wholehearted energy. It just says, if you apply yourself, you will get what you want. So, yeah, I would say yes. If that's what you want, then yes, definitely. For sure. No doubt about it. Alberto, I did see your super chat. If you could type your question in, it's just not showing up in my thing, Alberto. There's something wrong with YouTube. I don't know what it is. So I did see it go by, but feel free to put your question in down below. I'll be happy to answer it. Shanta, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, do you see me getting a... Oh, wait. Shanta answered. Sorry, Shanta. Nicole, hello. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. You say, I'm probably not going to find love. Sometimes I'm sad about it. Sometimes I don't even care. Everyone wants it, but not all of us can be in a hardship relationship. Nicole, I agree with that, but I feel like you could easily have it if you wanted it. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, Judgment card, the Empress, you're very attractive. So Ten of Pentacles, literally finding your missing puzzle piece. So it says there's someone out there for you. I used to say that, but again, I think we are whole on our own. So I stopped saying missing puzzle piece on the Ten of Pentacles because, again, I don't think we need anybody to, make us whole at all. So I feel like, but, definitely someone who fits into your life. Judgment card, a rebirth, probably some sort of change with your desires in love. And the Empress is you being very attractive at this time. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out there, open up, give it a shot. King of Pentacles, probably someone very stable, very permanent. Probably someone who doesn't care about health issues, things like that, right? Three of Cups, celebration, happiness. I don't know. I feel like love would be good for you, but I feel like you could find it if you wanted it, for sure. Like I said, all us Pisces are hot with that Empress card, right? So get out there, Nicole. All right. Did Alberto ever type in his question? I don't think so. Alberto, you might have to change the words in your question. YouTube blocks certain words. Actually, I found it. Alberto, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say card for love. Alberto, you have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you need to release a past love situation. Ten of Wands, releasing a burden. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to the past. Eight of Wands. I feel like there is easily love available to you here, Alberto. Yeah, definitely. It's like some sort of difficult breakup or something like that. I feel like you need to be strong and patient. Yeah, definitely a difficult breakup is what I'd say to you. Five of Wands. I could do this all day long. Conflict. Ace of Swords. Communication. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out there. I feel like this is no closure. To me, this is like not receiving closure in a situation, which I think, can definitely make it harder to not, which can make it harder to move on from a situation, Alberto. So I feel like you need to move on to new love. There's new love coming in for you. So I feel like it's someone who makes you much happier. Someone who, again, I don't think people can make us happy, but still, I feel like it's someone who makes you happy. Things like that. I feel like new love for you, Alberto. For sure. Honey Orc, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Is Coffee Guy a possibility or Dancing Man? Coffee Guy looks amazing. Four of Wands, marriage. So definitely freedom, marriage, happiness, all sorts of stuff. The Dancing Man, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, to me, is just a sexual connection. That's not a bad thing, is what I would say to you. To me, it could just start off as a sexual connection, or he could just be very attracted to you, and then it could develop from there. So that's what I would say to you. But to me, the Coffee Guy looks much better, is what I'd say there. Suzette, hello. I would say yes. I feel like you could make the move for sure. So yes, Eight of Diamonds, love it. Very good card for you. Lovely Emera, the Moon. To me, Lovely Emera, the Ace of Pentacles with the Moon would be a journey. The Ace of Pentacles to me is like the hero's journey. So there are fears in taking the journey, if that makes sense. So, I feel like it's saying you need to take a journey in your life. Smiling at you, hello. You say, do you see my ex getting arrested for stealing money from my bank account? Four of Cups. I would say no. I mean, to me, I would say no. Five of Cups is like crying over spilt milk, like worrying about this. Obviously, if he did something bad, then obviously that's a problem. Page of Wands. Yeah, I would say no, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like saying slippery fish, like someone who gets away with things. So I would say no. You do have the Hierophant, though. So, I mean, I do feel like you could probably get the money back or something like that. But arrested, probably not with these cards, if I'm being honest with you. Cher, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, have I cleared the blockages from my house? I would say yes. King of Wands, really good card. So I would say yes for sure. And you say, why did she do this? Three of Swords, heartbroken. So maybe she was heartbroken or sad about something here. Yeah, King of Cups. I feel like, Cher, what I would say to you is that King of Cups to me is like a lot of stability, basically. So To me, this could represent things being more stable in your life, or kind of like things stabilizing. So yeah, I feel like you've cleared it and things are fine, is what I'd say to you, Cher. Kelly, sorry I missed your super chat. I see it. You say, my friend thinks she has BPD. What do the cards say? Also, I have been talking with someone new and wondering if this will go anywhere. For your friend, I would say, I mean, I feel like I'm not comfortable really answering questions like this, is what I would say to you. So I feel like they should see a professional, but I really am not comfortable answering it. Lovers is a good card, though, is what I would say to you. And you say, also, I have been talking with someone new and wondering if this will go anywhere. High Priestess, more action, Four of Swords. Not enough action. This is Neptune and Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you need to like invest more into the situation. So more talking, more flirting, more dating. But I feel like it could go somewhere with that Six of Pentacles. Magician, yeah, it's like you are in control of the situation. So yeah, I feel like it could go somewhere if you put the energy in. Mava, a big one. You have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you need to pick the new path in life. This card just says pick what is new, pick what is different, and you will be successful. All right. If I have not answered your question, everybody, I will feel free to pop your question in down below. I will answer it. Carrie Kennedy, you have the Page of Swords. More research into your finances is what I would say to you. To me, this is like needing to like find new ways of making money, or needing to put energy into making money, things like that. So that's what I would say to you. So that's that. Cards and Clarity Tarot. Hello. And yeah, with the W. I love it. Misbehaving. Will I have some good money news? Queen of Wands. Yeah, I would say yes. So yes, for sure. All right. Is there nobody here tonight? Tonight's Friday. That's what it is. Haley, you have the Eight of Swords. I feel like you could easily set yourself free at this time. This is like removing restrictions. I feel like you need to remove restrictions with that card. Alex Salazar, you have the Seven of Wands, opening up to new love. I feel like there's tons of love available to you. I feel like you just have to open up to it, and you will find it. T-Storm, will money come in soon? Emperor just says follow a plan to make more money. So yes, basically, if you follow a plan, or if you follow some sort of plan to make money, then yes, for sure, is what I would say there. Let me see here. All right, I will answer a couple more questions, so I will wait until more questions pop up in here. Sandy Rose, hello. Will the settlement go through this month or next month? Victory. I feel like this month is what I'd say to you. Yeah, you do have the Three of Wands, which would be waiting, but I feel like you could have a victory right now, is what I would say to you. Dad says, Mom and I are going to come out there for a month next year. Can we stay with you? No. Aisha, hello. Do you see me getting a new job? Yes, definitely. Page of Cups is a job offer, for sure. So, yes. Lionheart. Oh my god. Lionheart. Every time I go to Target, it's like the place is packed. They always have 2 registers open, and it always takes me forever to get out of there. I don't even know why I go there. So, eventually, I feel like you will. Cards and Clarity, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, card, please. You have the Eight of Cups. I think Pisces had this card or something in the world. I feel like Eight of Cups is like walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel like you're just walking away from things that no longer serve you. The world, opening up to the world, reaching goals, getting things that you want. Temperance, being patient. So I feel like you are just being patient at this time. I feel like you're being a typical Pisces, though. Hey, man, waiting for something. I feel like you need to get clear on what you want. 2 Wands, 7 of Cups. Like needing to focus on something that you want. Needing to take the lead and move towards it, whatever it is for you. I don't know. I'm getting nosy again. So that's that. Why are people yelling at me in here? Can we stay with you? Misbehaving. Yes. Maybe. Stand peace. 2 of Swords. I feel like you need to make a decision. Here, 7 of Swords. Let go of fears, basically. To the person with Izao, or yes, whatever your name is. Sorry, I butchered it. I'm sure. You say, will things work out? Yes, 9 of Cups, a wish. So, yes, no doubt about it. Jan, will the last part of the school get better than the first part? Yes, Queen of Cups, turnaround. So, yes. Alicia Frazier, the Justice card. I feel like the energy you put into the week is what you will be, you will be getting back. To me, it's like a balance thing. So I feel like it'll be a very balanced weekend, like probably just like a very typical weekend, basically. Nicole Long, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the kind words. Really appreciate it. I don't know, Nicole. People just don't like me or something. I don't know. Who knows, right? I have no clue. I have no clue what it is. No, it's because I don't do love readings, Nicole. Is what it boils down to. Chris is very mean. I agree. No, Suzette. I think I am a lot meaner than you realize. Elizabeth, you could stay here for sure. Yes. But Nicole, what was I saying? Nicole, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Alicia, thank you. All right, I'm gonna cut this off here because I just realized that it's Friday night, like I said. So thank you everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. So thank you for that. I will be back tomorrow at like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be doing 3 signs. So I feel like, but I can't remember what signs I'm doing tomorrow morning. But I don't know. Just check the community page; they'll be up there, or the thing to schedule them will be up there. So that will be that. So thank you, and I'll also be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow night. So thank you, everybody, and have a good night.